Meghan and Harry signed their own death warrant over new criticism at palace, risk becoming blasé. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been warned by a royal commentator they risk the public becoming blasé if the criticism of the palace continues. Australian royal expert Daniela Alser believes Meghan and Harry risk the public becoming disinterested in their allegations against the firm. And this is because too many verbal grenades have been lobbed at Buckingham Palace over the past few months, the commentator added. However, Ms. Alser believes this possible disinterest in what the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have to say is a shame, as it could take away the public pressure on Buckingham Palace to further publicly address the serious allegations of racism made by the couple in March. Ms. Alser wrote, "This racism conversation needs to happen, and the only way that will come to pass is if public pressure stays on Buckingham Palace." The commentator also claimed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have spoken multiple times about their struggles as senior royals over the past months, since they first announced their plans to quit the firm in their original roles. She went on saying, "The couple raised some very serious questions about a strain of racism in the firm. However," she claimed, "the more complaints that are raised against the firm, the less people may be interested in them." Ms. Elder added, "The Sussexes risk the world becoming increasingly blasé whenever they pop their heads above the parapet, and that would be frustrating beyond belief, because I do think the royal family must satisfactorily respond to their racism claims in a public forum. Her Majesty, after all, presides over a Commonwealth that is composed of more than 1.5 billion people of color." The royal family responded to the claims made by Meghan and Harry in their interview with Winfrey with a 61-word-long statement in which the institution conceded the issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. The statement added, "Whilst some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately." Since they officially stepped down as senior royals at the end of March 2020, Meghan and Harry have publicly discussed their struggles as members of the firm on 4 occasions. In February, Prince Harry briefly touched upon the reasons why he left England with his family and how he plans to continue his life of service across the pond during an interview with James Corden. A few weeks later, the Sussexes sat for a 2-hour interview with Oprah Winfrey, during which they accused the firm of neglect and cutting him the Duke off financially. Meghan also claimed there had been conversations and concerns at the palace while she was pregnant with Archie over how dark his skin might be when he's born. Asked by Ms. Winfrey why they quit as full-time working royals, the Duke of Sussex cited lack of support and lack of understanding. Harry went on speaking about his struggles to accept his royal role in his early 20s during an episode of the Armchair Expert podcast released in May. There, he also appeared to criticize his upbringing, saying he strives to break the cycle of pain and suffering he himself had experienced. And in the mental health series he co-created with Ms. Winfrey, The Me You Can't See, Prince Harry accused his family of total neglect. Additionally, authors Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand suggested palace officials were quietly pleased that Meghan could not attend Prince Philip's funeral. A Buckingham Palace spokeswoman said, "We didn't comment when the book came out and we're not going to change that now." While their lawyers have described the book as unauthorized, Harry and Meghan's office did not respond when asked why they had not threatened legal action against Scobie and Durand. The Sussexes have pursued action against journalists and publications. Dickie Arbiter commented, "It is time for Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand to shut up. They have had their 15 minutes of fame, airing the constant complaints of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as seen through the eyes of their friends. But this is all starting to wear a bit thin now." Finding Freedom, their account of the travails of Harry and Meghan, turned into a bestseller. It did so even though the Sussexes, whose friends and advisors are said to have worked with the authors, tried to distance themselves from it. Now the authors are trying to eke out a bit more cash with an updated version carrying a new epilogue summarizing the last year in the most sympathetic way possible towards Harry and Meghan.